Today we are going to look into the salient features of annelida. As you could see on your screens, that this is a worm possessing segmentation in each sector. So the annelids are basically popular with the name segmented or ringed worms. Now let's look into the salient features of annelids one by one. So talking about the annelids, they are segmented and ringed worms, as I've told you, and they are bilaterally symmetrical, metamerically segmented coelomate animal possessing a dermomuscular body wall. They have setae and they have segmentally paired metanephridia, which is an excretory organ. We'll be going through each and everything. Now, in this phylum, Annelida, mainly earthworms, leeches, nerices, all such kind of animals come under the phylum Annelida. Now let's look into the first salient feature of Annelida, that is, they are bilaterally symmetrical, metamerically segmented, and possess a vermiform body. Now, talking about the first feature, that is the bilaterally symmetrical, that is when an annelid is cut through the center, it gets divided into two equal halves. As you could see, they get divided into two equal halves, which means that they are bilaterally segmented. And talking about the metamerical segmentation, they possess metamerically segmentation, that is, each segment is known with another name called metamers or the somates. The metamers are equal, basically they are structurally equal, so they are called as homonormous. The body of annelids is long, bilaterally segmented, cylindrical, and this segmentation or the metamerism is the division of the body into linear series or ideally corresponding compartments called the segments, metamers, or somites. Since they are similar in structure, each segment is similar in structure, so we call them as homonormous. We call them as homonormous because they are metamerically segmented and each segment is structurally the same. Next, moving into the next feature, that is the vermiform body. They possess a vermiform body. Yes, when we talk about these interstitial divisions, these segments are separated from each other externally as well as internally. Talking about the external separation, they are separated by intersegmental grooves, and internally they are separated by intersegmental septae. First, okay, now this is a very important thing which you'll be continuously seeing in this picture. The first segment, see at this picture, when you look at this picture, we find the segments. The first segment is called the peristomium. And in front of the peristomium is a prostomium, which is actually a protrudition of these peristomium. Peristomium is the first segment, and the prostomium is its elevation coming out from this peristomium. Now, looking into the next feature, they have a triploblastic body, a cuticular covering, and setae. Setae are basic. Now, talking about the triploblastic body, they have three germ layers. That is the epidermis, the mesodermis, and the endodermis. They have three germ layers, so we call them as triploblastic. Now, talking about their cuticular body, the whole body is covered with thin cuticle, which is secreted by this epidermis, layer. So we call it as a cuticular covering. Next, the presence of setae is another special feature of annelids. Since they possess setae, these are the leg-like or chitinous rods or bristles which arises from the epidermis. In this case, the setae aid for either locomotion or for providing transaction. These setae are formed of beta chitin. Next, moving on to the next feature, they possess a dermomuscular body wall. That is, in annelids, the body and the gut wall are formed of mesodermal muscles. These muscles include circular muscles as well as the longitudinal muscles. So they possess two muscles, that is the circular muscles and the longitudinal muscles. Moving on to the next feature, that is they possess a perivisceral cavity, is a true coelom. Talking about their coelom, actually the coelom is also known with the name perivisceral cavity. So they possess a true coelom. Nothing more to study in this. Then talking about their alimentary canal, that is their digestive tract. Actually, their digestive tract consists of an alimentary canal and the related organs. Firstly, their elementary canal is a straight one. Their elementary canal is a straight one. This is a special feature of it. That is, their elementary canal is a straight and uncoiled tube extending from mouth till anus. It consists of three layers, that is the ectodermal foregut, the hingegut, and the endodermal midgut. Then they have segmentally paired metanephridia. Metanephridia are the excretory organs of annelids. See at this picture, this is the excretory system of annelids. When you see at this picture, you'll find the presence of a paired metanephridia, which is the excretory organ of annelids. So you'll find the excretory organs of annelids is metanephridia. They are segmentally paired. And next, talking about the next feature, that is they have closed body vascular system. Now this was all about the excretory system. This was about the digestive system, and next we are going to move into the circulatory system in annelids. They possess a closed type of circulatory system, that is blood flows through closed vessels actually, and their blood is basically red color as just like humans, because they have presence of pigment called hemoglobin, just like humans. And then talking about their nervous system, this is about nervous system. They have a circumentricous nerve ring and segmentally ganglioid nerve core. Ganglia is actually a brain like structure or a brain itself. See, next, moving into their reproduction system, their reproduction is indirect with the involvement of a larval stage called the trochophore larvae. They possess both the type of reproduction, that is sexual as well as asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction is through fragmentation, budding, paratomy, and such stonolization, and etc. Talking about the sexual reproduction, they could either be unisexual or bisexual. That is, they could be gonochoric, that is, they have sexes separate, and or they could be hermaphrodite, that is, bisexual. In same animal possesses both female and male reproductive organs. Now, as I've told you, the development is indirect with the larval stage. That is, it possesses a trochophora larvae, which is an important feature of annelids. They possess a trochophora larvae. This is all about annelids. Thank you.